Take two. Okay. Brought this sled in last year. I need it as a backup sled for this one. This is my main sled. This one's not electric start. I wouldn't own a snowmobile that isn't electric start anymore. Anyway, going to the UP up north, long ways away. I need a backup sled just in case. So I bought this and I had it serviced for $850. He put a new fuel pump on. He put new boots on it. He put some clutch bearings in it. He just did a lot of stuff and it fucking didn't work. So I never was able to bring it up to the UP. So right before I went to UP, I bought this sled for a backup. Okay. So this year I start working on this. Realized that I paid the man $850 to fix the motherfucking thing, and he doesn't know his ass from a fucking hole in the ground. Parental guidance and user discretion fucking advised. Nick Staple, he can fuck off. Straight up. He had this sled twice. I brought it to him. He never did fix it. He just does shit that is real easy. I had him fix this one, and what had happened is he said I needed a new battery. Get up to the UP. The only reason I needed a battery is because I got this dummy light that flashes. Okay, because he said it's set in his outside for forever and didn't have a charger on it. So he sells me a battery, which I get up to the UP and the battery's shit. So then I pull this and then pull that and it doesn't work. So it recoiled and went back. I paid him $500 to fix this shit. Anyway, I had to wrap the string around this and get a jump start all the fucking time. Anyway, back to my original story. So fuck him. Did I mention that? And so I noticed from the gas tank to the fuel pump there was gas, but from the fuel pump to the gas, to the carburetors, there was no gas. So start looking up part numbers. There's no videos for anything because maybe it's an 05. There's only one manufacturer that makes new carburetors. Because this is 05, it's 17 years old, I understand. So here's my first one. This is what I need. This is brand new. Apparently, I don't understand why this isn't any good. Maybe because the same reason Nick sold me a bullshit fucking battery. And then after I brought the battery back from the UP, it took me until August. And I bought the fucking battery in November of the year before. August, whatever. Anyway, so go through these guys, get a part number. Here's the gas line. Here's their gas line. This is supposed to fit. Okay. Oh, let me rewind. The first fuel pump, I waited for about 10 days and never showed up. They said it must have got lost in the mail. They don't know if it did. What the fuck? Either you sent the cocksucker or you didn't. Okay. This is the second one. Then it went with a different part number. It's Quantum. There's another one in here that it doesn't fucking fit either. It was supposed to. So they did refund my money back. They don't want these back. Apparently they don't say nothing. They just give my money back because they must be buying them from China for 29.5 cents. So I got a used one coming. No, I don't want a used one, but you know, 1, 2, 3, tic-tac-toe, which one do you want to use? Okay, so we're done with that fucking story right there. So this year I sanded, primed, and painted all the A-arms red. I made the gator pad, the gator covers, gator windshield, put new carbides on the front, carbides on the front of that one too. That's $87 a pop. And then I put LED lights on it, which are, well, I'll tell you the story with this thing too. LED lights are hard to keep on a snowmobile because you're steadily going through what? Snow, ice, slush, dirt, rocks, sticks, branches, and stumps. That's what you're steadily hitting if you don't hit a tree. Okay, so I bought this up in UP. I test drove it. Great. It's got under 3,000 miles on it. Sweet. Bought it. One owner. Okay. Get it home. There wasn't no snow last year when we got home, so I could never drive it. So I started tearing it apart on an old video and started making the graphics for it because it didn't have graphics that I wanted. Okay, so this year it started all the time, and when I was hooking up the LEDs, I'd start it, check everything and make sure I had positive, negative, yada yada. So one day I try to start it and it won't start, it won't start, it won't start. So I give it gas and it finally started. Okay, so I swapped plugs out, swapped the battery out. It would run, but when I give it gas, it would bleh, fall on its face. So I'm assuming it's gas. I'm not a mechanic. So I go down to this man right here, because you know Nick Staple, the fucking loser that worked on this motherfucker, I would never go to him. So we go to Fireball. He's a new guy in town. I go in there. Oh, let me finish the story. So when I give it gas, it would fall on his face. Okay. The LED board wasn't lighting up. Okay, I'm not a snowmobile mechanic, so I hot wired it, put a jump wire on it off the battery, and the board lit up. Well, the battery's flashing, and then I go through the codes, search every video I could, but apparently people don't work on their own snowmobiles because they got jobs, real jobs, unlike me, and they got money and they're ballers and they just throw money at it. And me, I don't work for nobody. I barely paint for anybody, so I have to do all my own work myself and causes stress, and that's the choice that I made in life, and it's a better choice than going selling dollar for hours. That means dollar for hours is every hour that you sell off your life for $1, that's what you're doing. But some people like doing it, I don't like doing it. Anyway, figured out I got a code 167. 167 says to alternator, which alternator is a stator. So I go down to Fireball. I walk in the door, met him one time, second time I met him, I laid 20 bucks on his desk. He said, "What's that for?" I said, "So for your information, you know, people should get paid for their knowledge." I said, "This is what I think it is. I think it's a stator." I told him everything I just told you guys. He says, "I don't think it's a stator." Okay, beautiful. Maybe I'm wrong. Fine, it could be. Been wrong before, probably be wrong tomorrow too. So I said, I see you got snowmobiles in here. When would you like to do this? He says, all you have to do is put the snowmobile on a trailer, run it to my shop, and we'll do, it'll cost 85 bucks, and I'll check all the things. That's fine. He's a multimeter, which I just bought another one because I had one and I never could use one because I can't figure out one, but I'm gonna have to use one because this is life. Okay, let's go back. So he says it would cost me 85 bucks to check it, because I said I'd like to learn how to work on my own sleds. Not a problem. So he says that he wants a picture of the VIN number. So last Wednesday I sent him a picture of the VIN numbers, so he knows exactly what sled he's looking at. And I said, give me a holler when you're ready for it. The day is Wednesday, so that's 8 days. Okay, so maybe that's customary to wait 8 days. I don't really like waiting 8 days. Oh, I don't mind waiting 8 days. But within the 8 days, when I text you, and I called you and I sent the VIN number to you, you don't have enough time because you're so fucking busy. And you got so many customers because you're the man that you can't even text back and say, hey, I got your message, I'm busy, yada yada, I'll get back with you, yada yada. No, you don't fucking do that bullshit. Because this sled was there and yada yada. Now we're supposed to get some snow, which the weatherman's lying. Because that don't look like snow to me. That sled's running. So this sled's not running. Okay, that kind of fucking irritated me. So I go by the code of 167, says the alternator, which is a stator, and he says he don't think it's it, and after 8 days I'm not waiting for him. Fuck him. I'm not gonna stand in line with money in hand like going to a fucking restaurant and wait an hour. That's not me. Fuck that noise. I'm not standing in line to spend my fucking money. I'll spend it somewhere else, or I'll figure out how to do my damn self. Maybe that's wrong. I don't give a fuck what anybody else's life is like. This is my life. I'm gonna have to figure it out. Anyway, so I ordered a stator. I haven't got the stator yet. So I had this here because I was gonna use that come along and that wood to come along onto the trailer and have it on these wheels so the carbide don't eat up the concrete. That was there. Now it's here because we're going to go on the trailer, but after 8 days, apparently he ain't going to get a hold of me, so screw him. So we're supposed to get 9.3 inches. Yeah, I bet we get a 1 inch and we'll still see dirt. But so anyway, I'm going to take that sled, weasel through here, and get that sled back there, which, yeah, that's so much room I got. It's very possible. The only way I can do it is jack that one way up in the air and slide this one kind of sideways, angle, Detroit lean down through here. Okay, so this one ain't running. After I put new plugs and stator and not stator, plugs and everything like that in it. So now I got to move that sled over here, swap out everything, so if it does snow I'll be able to ride. That one I'm still waiting for the used fuel pump. I don't want to use fuel pump, but I have no choice because this is the only one that's making manufacturer. YouTube is beautiful when somebody's working on stuff that you need to work on, but nobody's working on Polaris, or they're not very clear, or I don't get it, or whatever. I don't get it. Snowmobiles, man, it's maintenance. I didn't realize it when you get a snowmobile. You have to have a four-wheel drive truck, then you have to have a trailer, because in case you get stranded, you need to call somebody so they have a key to your truck and key to your trailer and have GPS to tell them where you're at so you can get your sled home if you're riding by yourself. If you're not riding by yourself and riding with someone else, you better have a tow strap so they can tow you home. And on top of that, 2 years ago, this thing caught on fire because Polaris doesn't know how to wire shit. It likes to wire a battery wire right next to the exhaust. Really, that's fucking beautiful. It caught on fire. Fire extinguisher, you got to carry everything but the kitchen sink in the motherfucker. Okay. So why do I snowmobile? So why? Because you can go 100 miles an hour and not get a speeding ticket, number one. Cars go 100, but you get a ticket. Bikes, you can go 100, you get a ticket. Snowmobiles are dangerous. They're highly dangerous. Just most time you're riding on snur, which is more dirt than snow. It's called snur. And you run over stumps and everything else, and she gets fucking bogies, wear out and stuff. Anyway, I think I ride it because you can do wheelies on it if you have a big enough sled, 800 plus. You can do wheelies on it, and you can do like 104 down a trail, which is nice. The reason bar is dangerous is deer run out in front of you. There's a lot of trees around, and you don't have no roll bar in the snowmobile in case you crash or burn. If you crash or burn, if you're not riding with anybody, how you say you could walk back? You're gonna leave your sled there? Because these fuckers will park this shit out fucking who done it? Trust me, I've seen it happen. Anyway, so say you get hurt. It's not like riding a dirt bike, man. You're hurt out in the snow, you're gonna freeze to death. Anyway, it's dangerous. That's what snowmobiling is, dangerous. And the scenery changes from daytime to nighttime. It's really different. The road, it turns from daytime to nighttime. You went down the road enough times, you know what it looks like. But when you got these twists and turns, and you don't know if a deer's coming, and big snowflakes are coming down, and your shield is freezing up, and yeah, and you gotta have GPS and everything. I like it because it's dangerous. I think that's why I like snowmobiling. I like being out there. There's peace and quiet. There ain't no heathens running around out there. Snowmobile trails on here suck, really, and we don't get no snow anymore. And then, you know, you got to pay $52 for a pass to ride on their trails that they groom. Yeah, fuck you. You don't groom shit, you lying motherfuckers. Parental guidance and user discretion advised. That's good for 1 year. Then you gotta buy these every 3 years. It's a racket. It's like anything else. It's just one big goddamn racket. And they're supposed to maintain the trails. No, they don't. No, they don't. What trails they do maintain, I don't know what this person was thinking, but they lay gravel all down on a walkway trail that we have in Michigan, but in the wintertime you can ride snowmobiles on it, and it's allowed, but they put gravel down on it. So if you're behind another snowmobiler and they have studs, which anybody that rides has got studs, then the stones are tinging up, and this is what you get. You just get, there you go. You get little nick marks all over the place. It's It's ridiculous, man. Just nick marks. That's how well they maintain the trail. Then the other trails they have, they're big mud holes because the big monster trucks run through it and make big roots. I understand that. But it's when it's winter fucking time, stay the fuck home and let the snowmobiles ride on it because we pay for a fucking pass on it. You guys don't pay for a pass. You're out there smoking weed probably, doing something. Doing your sister. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. I hate them people. I hate a lot of things, personally. Maybe that's why I haven't been doing videos, because I'm just irritated. Always working and doing something every day, but getting nothing done, it seems like. Not enough anyway. Anyway, piece of property, piece of oneself, piece on earth. Less than piece, big piece of pie, piece of action, piece of pussy, piece of $4, piece of pizza. And when the big dogs get all done eating, even the puppies like me get a piece of something, motherfucker. So, the moral of the fucking story is, snowmobiles are high fucking maintenance, and it's fun to go through when you get like a foot of powder and just poof, poof, and you go where no man's been. That's fun as fuck. Or you ride with somebody and you're just racing. It's just fun. Fun, especially at nighttime. It's just fun. And it's like a couch compared to a dirt bike. It would beat my back up. I can't handle that anymore. Here's a word of wisdom. When you have a small log splitter, I had a 48-ton log splitter at the shoe shack to split my wood, but then I have a small 6-ton log splitter that you have inside the garage, which is electric, which is junk. Basically paid like $329, $300, $500, I don't know. I paid $329 plus tax, whatever. Anyway, so that way you can make kindling wood. Well, I guess I don't read fucking directions very long, and it lasts for a couple of years, and I should have learned and should have read directions, but this is what happened. I blew a seal. And here's the words of wisdom. You see that? Let me turn this on for you, because maybe somebody else won't fuck their shit up. See that right there? It's a relief valve for the air when this goes in and out. I didn't realize it was there. An old one, and she blew a seal down here and blew hydraulic fluid all over the place, and by the time you take it all apart, these pieces jump all over the place, and yeah, I'm done. So that's the words of wisdom today. You gotta have a tow strap, you just gotta have a first aid kit, you gotta have some food, you gotta have something to drink. You just have to carry everything with you. Something to cut branches with, flashlight, tools, a spare belt, spare plugs. But like I said, it's really fun, dude. If you ever get any snow, it's just... I never used to understand snowmobiling. Then you gotta buy a helmet, then you gotta buy a heated shield, then you gotta buy snowmobile outfit, and then you gotta buy boots that are probably $300 so your feet don't get cold. Then you buy gloves for like $150 so your hands don't get cold, and it just never stops. And I'm gonna tint the headlights red, and I'm gonna tint the headlights blue, so it's Pimp Daddy. That's why.